I gave my family millions of dollars, and the day I told them I was broke, they abandoned me in less than 10 minutes. My name's Arthur. I'm 38. I built a logistics software company from a tiny studio apartment and sold it for $42 million before I turned 30. Yeah, I thought I made it. But what I really did, I turned myself into my family's personal bank. I paid off my parents' house, bought my sister an apartment, funded my brother's failed startups 3 times, vacations, first-class flights, expensive dinners, whatever they wanted. I coveted, and I thought, that's what love looks like. I was wrong. Because the second the money stopped, everything changed. It hit me on a random Tuesday. I was in the hospital, pneumonia, could barely breathe. My phone buzzes. It's my brother. Not how are you? Not are you okay? He goes, hey, that wire from my car. It's still going through Friday, right? I just stared at the screen. 30 seconds later, my mom calls. She's not worried either. She goes, can you have your assistant handle my credit card bill? This is stressing me out. I'm lying there, hooked to machines, struggling to breathe, and they're worried about money. That's when it finally hit me. If I died in that hospital bed, the only thing they'd care about is my will. So I decided to test something. I wanted the truth. I wanted to know if they loved me, or just my money. So I came up with a plan. I was going to make them believe. I lost everything. I moved my money into protected accounts, made my cards decline on purpose, sold my cars, even had my lawyer draft fake bankruptcy papers. I made it look real, undeniable. And during all of this, only one person noticed something was wrong. Not my family, my housekeeper, Elena. She didn't ask questions. She just noticed. I stopped buying expensive food, stopped sleeping, stopped acting like myself. She'd quietly leave tea on my desk. Didn't say much, but somehow, she cared more than anyone else. So I called a family meeting. Friday night. They showed up like it was a party. My mom in a new designer coat I paid for. My brother complaining about traffic like usual. My sister glued to her phone. No one asked why I sounded serious. That should have been my first clue. I stood there, holding the papers, took a breath, and said, I lost everything. And then silence. Not shock, not concern, just calculation. My brother goes, wait, what? No, that's not funny. You've got to be kidding me. My sister looks up and says, what about my allowance? My mom just stares at me and says, what am I supposed to tell people? Not one of them said, are you okay? And then it got worse. I asked for help, just a place to stay. That's it. I looked at my mom. Can I stay with you for a few weeks? She didn't even look me in the eye. Your father can't handle stress right now. So I turned to my brother. You've got 3 bedrooms. Can I take one? He crosses his arms. I can't mess up my routine because of your mistakes. My sister, she didn't even answer. She grabbed her bag and said, call me when you fix this, and walked out. 10 minutes. That's all it took. 10 minutes. For my entire family to disappear. No one asked if I had food. No one asked where I'd sleep. Just like that. I wasn't their son. Wasn't their brother. I was just useless. I sat there alone, in a house that wasn't even mine anymore. And for the first time in my life, I felt completely empty. Then I heard something behind me. It was Elena. She'd heard everything. I looked at her and said, I can't pay you anymore. You should go. She didn't move. Instead, she reached into her bag and placed an envelope on the table. It's $4,000, she said softly. My savings. I just stared at it. She continued, you helped me when my husband died. You paid for his funeral. You gave me time when I needed it. Then she looked at me and said, you're not alone. My throat tightened. I couldn't even speak. My family took millions from me and gave me nothing. She had almost nothing and gave me everything. And in that moment, everything became clear. I didn't lose my money. I didn't lose my house. I didn't even lose my family. I just finally saw the truth. about who actually deserved a place in my life.